Here is a piece of bark that comes from Alaska. It's cottonwood bark. The cottonwood tree name itself that this big bark grows on is called the black cottonwood tree. So, like I said, this stuff comes from Alaska. Angel sent it to me. She sells this in our group on Facebook, Carving Fusion World of Woodcarvers Original. We also have a fellow that she sent this to, Chris Behringer, that sells this stuff in the UK. Um, I'll leave their emails listed below if you want to purchase some of this bark. This one has a hefty crack there, so I might try and break that off before I do anything, but the crack doesn't go all the way up. Anyways, this piece of bark, as you all know that I like to carve fantasy stuff, so fantasy is easier to carve than if you're going to be a carver of realism, like a bear or a goat or a pig or a moose. They need to look like a bear, a pig, a goat, or a moose. You know, if you carve a fish, it needs to look like a fish, unless it's a spirit fish. But so what I'm going to do on this is going to be a fantasy piece. It's going to be like, what are they called? The fairy house, fairy villages or something with the little houses. So there's going to be a little house here, house up here, and maybe a house up here. I like the way this piece goes like this. It's perfect for like a wood spirit beard. Also, I don't think this piece, let me explain this so it makes sense to you. Jeez, Jordy, come on, it's gonna be one of those days. I don't like the way it just sits like that. Doesn't have a wide enough base. I know if I cut that little nubby off, it would sit flatter, but this is going to be a wall hanger. So I don't want to carve it like this, because if you hang it there, it's just got a flat bottom. Well, I could make it so that's like a ground, like a little rock thing there. I was going to carve it like this. You guys love my professional way of making videos? Okay, so that's the way I was going to carve it, like that. But I think it can be a wall hanger. And I'll make this like a little ledge down here with rocks on it. So it's okay to have the flat bottom, because I can carve rocks on the underside too. So what I'm going to do first is put the camera in the overhead. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you do this like little gnome fairy village thing, you want to decide where you want to have your roof, or where you want to have your houses. So I'm going to have I think there's a crack right here. Well, no, it's not a crack, but anyways, I want to have a roof right here. And I'm going to cut a roof into here. And there'll be a roof right here. So there's no sense really drawing it on, because you can't really see the pen. So there's going to be a house. First of all, we're going to have our rock base down here. We can figure that out after. So there's going to be a little house here, a house here, and a house here. 3 houses. You don't have to have stairs in between the houses if you don't want. You can, but it's just fantasy. So you can have like, the houses can be square, they can be anything you want. It's fantasy, you know, and just have fun. That's basically what this video is about. I'm just gonna start carving here. I might do a voiceover. I'm not feeling too great again today, so we just gotta kind of, whatever. Carry on. All right. So I was kind of getting a bit carried away there carving, trying to work with this piece of wood, trying to make things mix and match, I guess you could say. So what do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's got a chimney. It's hard to see there right now, but you'll see it later. So this one could be a part of this one, and this one could be like this could be like a little shed to this house. So they don't all need to have doors. And you got to remember, everybody, this is just fantasy, so just let your imagination go and have fun when you're doing it. That's the bottom line. Let's see here. So I think I'm going to have a door here and a door up here, a window here, and also I did lots of movement in the roofs this time, not just square roofs, so I carved deeper in here, so you can see there. And this one too. So it's like this. Just carve deeper, have fun, and just carry on. So let's get the camera in the overhead, and we'll draw the doors and windows on next. So we'll start with this door down here. You can put your door wherever you want to do. You can have a door, you can have a window in the same spot. My doors are always kind of round. So all this outside of the door here will be wood, and then we'll do rocks here, rocks right here, rocks right here, and then rocks in the background here too that aren't part of the thing. So let's see here. So we got the door here. Maybe we could fit a little window here. See that? So then let's just do a oddly shaped window here. Door here. Nice. Let's do another odd shaped window here. These are just reference lines for me. I'll carve them better once I get them on. And let's see. So we got a door, window, door, window. Let's just do got what kind of window we want to do here. Another odd shaped one. So now I got to carve these doors and windows in. So don't have the best lighting right now. Maybe you can see that better now. So door, window, window, door, window, window. Then up here will be bricks. What I'm going to do now is I got these Chinese cutters from China. Yep, straight from China, straight to my house. I'm just going to cut these things out, and then I'm going to use another burr to make this door seem elevated. Well, the door is going to be sticking farther off the piece. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. And then once I get that cut out, everything cut out, then I'm going to remove anyways, just carry on, Jordy. Carry on. So I got the little burr here. I got the Dremel 4000 with the Dremel flex shaft. You could almost, if you were a knife carver, you could almost think of this as just like a stop and start cut. And you guys, you don't have to have cottonwood bark to carve this. You could do this with any type of wood. Another thing what I'm going to do here is I'm going to undercut underneath all these roofs. So once I do the wood burning and stuff like that, you know, you can go underneath it so it doesn't look like it's attached to the back. So even underneath the roofs. Very good. Okay, so I got all the undercuts there under the roof, on the outsides of the roofs. I got the doors, the windows cut in. So now I have this saber-tooth burr. This is another good brand of burrs to get. Remove the wood underneath. I'm going to remove the cut lines. Let me try and see if I can give you an example. I know it's hard to see because of shadows, but so there you can see now, well, it's hard to see because of shadows, but the roof really overhangs the house part. Now I got to remove all the wood on the outside of the doors and the windows, and then the inside of the door. Anyways, you can see how the door sticks off now. Let's do the other stuff. Okay. So I just want to do a quick apology. I shouldn't have been making this video today when I'm kind of sick again. It's not the virus. I did the test. I think it's just some type of flu. But yeah, so they say like don't make YouTube videos when you're not happy. So whatever. I'm happy. I'm just not feeling the best. Anyways, carry on. So when you do the doors and windows and stuff, it's like the more time that you spend taking away the wood outside of the window is better, because then you won't get a weird bump there when you put your finish on it. You know, like, it's hard to explain, but just do your cut, then take as much wood as away as you can so you don't see a weird bump there from your cut, right? So this door doesn't look like it's sunken in and a big round bump right here. Hard to explain. You know, I'm probably being a hypocrite right now. So I've changed my mind on this whole piece. I think I'm going to make rocks inside the houses, like a rock base here, rock inside the houses, all rock, and then the roofs will be wood, and the door frames will be wood, because then I can carve rocks on the outside there too. Yeah. So, but then I gotta make a rock chimney. That's okay, because we're carving the houses into the rock. This is just a big rock mountain. That's what it is. It's a rock face, all right? And we're just going to carve the houses out of rock. And then once the houses are carved with chisels out of rock, then we can go to the hardware store or the forest, cut down some trees and split some cedar shakes and some planks for the doors and windows. Yep. Okay, so I got these Chinese burs once again. I got the littlest one in here. What I'm going to do is like a spaz. I'm going to call this one a spaz carving. Just carve quickly shapes of rocks in here, just like circles and little things. Then I'm going to come along after with this Kutzall burr. If you want to get these Kutzall burrs, go to the link below, and it'll take you to the Kutzall site. Use code CFusion, save yourself 5%. And these Asian burrs, these Chinese burrs, straight from China, straight to my house, or in my Amazon store too. So I'm going to do the cuts with this. Then I'm going to clean it up with this. And I'm going to cut the shingles in too. Let's just do a quick example here. Okay, so there you can see the pattern of the rocks. So I'm going to do it here, 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 here. Well, I'm going to get that done, and then I'm going to do this. Yep. All right, so this has been a lot of carving for a couple hours. Let me tell you that. And if you think I'm going to sit here today with a wood burner and burn inside all these rocks and the bricks and or whatever it's around the doors, not very likely. So I got a plan. Yep, carving fusion plan. First of all, I'm going to go in the windows. I got this dollar store black acrylic paint here. I'm just going to paint in the windows darker black just to highlight it after. And I'm going to do my carving fusion poly shade. I'm going to poly shade it first. Poly shade the whole thing. I got two different colors here. I got this lighter color. I don't know what's that called. Pin blonde. That's probably French. But what do we got here? Honey pine. And then these colors here. Royal walnut. Let's do honey pine and royal walnut. I'm going to do the royal walnut color, the roof, and the honey pine, the rocks. We'll make the roof darker. And paint in the windows black. And then what I'm going to do after I got it all poly shaded, this is what I have to do it with. This is going to take me a couple hours, maybe a couple years to do it with this. But then I'm going to flap sand it. Then you're going to get these bricks to really pop. All right. So this is what I do instead of doing the wood burning, all the details in the shingles. Just carving fusion style thing, I guess. Yep. Okay, we got our special carving fusion paint tray here. Let's just do inside these windows. And remember, everybody, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is like, well, you can make it perfect. The more perfect it is, the nicer it will look. But for me, this is just a way for me to get myself out of the bed today. So just kind of hurry up and get her done. And just painting in the windows black, just kind of giving it a highlight because it will, you'll see. Could kind of do some in the door if you want, just to give it a little bit of a blacker tone. So there, that's done. Now, anybody want to buy a paint tray? I'll let the paint dry, and I'll even put a couple smokes in the pack for you too. Okay, so I got my Nurse Liz gloves on. Hi, Liz. My Carving Fusion screwdriver, hammer, wrench, paint mixer. With this Minwax Poly shade, you got to really mix up the color good, because it will sit in the bottom if you don't. And like coagulate. All my stuff coagulates, means thickens up, because I never do the seals up very good. So now this is going to take a long time with this little dinky brush. So now I got to get it inside all the, oh boy, yeah, this is going to take a long time. I better listen to some music. And oh yeah, I did a cut through there. See it? See where the glue is? Cut through. Look at that. Cut through. Okay, so I'll get this done. I'm going to do these windows darker too with the other color. I'll be back. Okay, so what I do when I'm done putting all the poly shade on, I put it upside down and I let the stuff drip out. And then I get a rag and I just kind of get rid of more of the poly shade on here. This one I can't wipe it or I'll break the shingles off. So let's see if I can get a better camera angle here. So there's a wider spot. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is turn the dust fan on. I got the sanding manual on here. I pre-put some of the poly shade on this sandpaper. I think it's 120 grit. And I'm going to go along and slowly hit the high points. Okay, I'm going to put my dust mask on too, turn my table on, and you'll see how the bricks, the rocks, and the wood things and the roofs will all start to pop out. All right, so there it is. I've never really done a full rock one like this before. Do I like it? That's what you got to ask yourself when you're done your carving. Do you like it? Yeah, I like it. It's different. You know, so it just goes to show you this mountain thing or whatever it is. Started off as rocks and they carved the house in the rocks. The roofs aren't as dark. Like everything just blends together more than I thought it would. What I could do is I could paint these shingles again and then sand them, just paint them black, then hit them with the flap sander again. But it's okay. It's done. This is a lot of carving. You know, like some people spend days on this. I spent about 2.5 hours on it. So that's basically these Dremel videos. I don't spend more than a couple hours on one of these videos. So any of you pros out there that think my stuff's not very good, well, you can kiss my fat white ass. Another thing, just kidding. Another thing too is, you know, like if you're carving wood spirits and somebody says to you, is that all you carve is wood spirits? Don't let that bother you, because there was another, I'm not going to say names, but there was another YouTube channel that called my channel, what is the guy, a wood spirit carving show? Well, actually, I am a wood spirit carving show. And actually, because I've carved so many wood spirits, I can carve them, get a piece of wood with my chainsaw. I can carve one out in half an hour and charge $200 for it. So that's just because I've done so many. What about that guy? He's probably sitting there playing with his Mickey Mouse dolls trying to be original. And the guy's, well, let's leave it at that. So, you know, if you just keep on carving wood spirits, that's completely fine. just practice new things. Just try new things, like every fifth one. So blast off 5 the normal way you do it, and say the fifth one that you hit, say, okay, well, this time I'm going to try and carve eyes. Well, the eyes don't work out that good. Carve 5 more with the eyes not that good. And then maybe by the fifth one, your eyes are going to get better. So, like what I say, the more that you do, the better that you're going to get. I'm like myself. I'm not a natural born artist. Everything comes from hard work and what would be the proper word? Determination or preservation, whatever. Who cares, right? And as long as you're having fun, nothing else should really matter. Because my and once again, I apologize and bitching that I'm sick, but this when I was carving this made me realize that I was like I wasn't feeling sick when I was carving, right? But once I go have my bath now and then I'm going to start feeling sick again. I'm going to realize I was sick. So if you got some kind of injury like a sore toe or a bad knee or just had surgery and you're on the rebound, try to find some art to do to get your mind off that pain that you have, right? Because it's great. I don't think there's any better therapy. It doesn't have to be wood carving. It can be painting. It can be knitting. It could be whatever you want to do. As long as you can find some kind of hobby to make your life better, your life will change. Trust me, man. Just trust me. I'm not no preacher or anything like that. I'm just Geordie Heavy Hands likes to break shit and I like to carve shit. And I found a passion. And all these videos are never like, look what I can do. These videos, I always try and think of some way when I'm carving and my mind's wandering, what I can do to try and help somebody that watch these videos. So that's about, right? So just try and help somebody, be happy. This is a crazy world we live in. I'm not going to get into that, but just try to be happy, find a passion. Carving Fusion, over and out.